Hey stars, welcome back to my channel. Welcome all my new subscribers. This video is going to be a little different because I told y'all this channel, I love to cook and I love to encourage, inspire, and uplift other people. In my daily, I'm trying to show people how they can do how they can be better versions of themselves. And so I got this, something came to me. It was the Lord speaking to me. I know it was. I brought you out of a lot, and I didn't put you through that to keep it to yourself. You need to tell somebody. Woo! Anyway, y'all, so today is going to be a different kind of video. I am sharing a little bit of my personal story, and I'm going to give you little snippets here and there, but it's only to help somebody. I don't want any accolades. I don't want any sympathy. Your opinion may not be in my favor, but that's okay, because I understand that in my 57 years of life, I'm not going to hide it. I've lived, I've learned, I've overcome, I've battled, I've cried, I've grieved, I've been brokenhearted, but I'm here, and I just want to help somebody. I have a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds that watch my channel, and I wasn't even aware of that, because they may watch, but they don't ever really say anything. You know what? I understand. I realized that some of the things I went through, I was embarrassed, and I had to realize that it's okay. It's okay to be embarrassed. Like, I did something, I'm not going to even share, but I did something the other day, and really and truly, if I'd have been my younger self, I would have worried about it for a long, long time. But the Lord told me it's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up over things. If you can change it, change it. If you can't, pray about it. Lord, please forgive me, and move on. That's all we can do, because we can't change yesterday. We don't know what tomorrow holds. All we can do is live for today, right? Okay, so I want to share, and so stay tuned, and I'll be back.
Oh no, I gave my heart away, went a bit too far, so wrong. Oh no, open up my soul, but babe, how could I know you're cold?
Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday. So, if how's everybody doing? Welcome all my new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed and you see something you like, I have a lot of cooking videos on here if you want to go back and watch those. And I talk a lot about single parenting and the things I had to endure and stuff. And so if that's something that you're interested in, subscribe, and I'm going to try to post more videos. I still have a giveaway to do. I just got a lot going on right now. But anyway, this a situation that was in my past, and I just wanted to talk about it and possibly get some feedback from somebody that's actually been through the same thing. So I was in a relationship, and I was being pursued by somebody else, and he knew I was in a relationship, but he liked me, right? So every once in a while the guy would call me. I didn't give him my work number, but he looked it up because he knew my name, what I do, and all that stuff. And so anyway, very nice guy, retired military, still work for the feds, deceased spouse, good guy. He's actually from Louisiana, but because I was in a relationship and I'm faithful in my relationships, we just had friendly conversation, and he would flirt a little bit or whatever, but I was just trying to be true to the person I was with, because I'm like that. I consider other people's feelings, right? So when the relationship I was in didn't work, let me tell you how this worked out. So, but I need y'all help on this, because I know God don't make no mistakes, but y'all, this was just so coincidental. And I can talk about it because it's past tense. Y'all don't know them, and you really, you don't know anything about my personal life other than what I'm telling you. But I'm telling you this because it may be able to help somebody. So the relationship I was in was supposed to be, well, was for me more serious than it was for him, right? So we were supposed to be making lifelong plans, but and it's something I want to talk about right now to young single women. If you've been in a relationship with a person for a significant number of years, and you always and there's talk about marriage and buying a home, starting a business and all that, but nothing is being done moving into that direction, listen, honestly, y'all, it's you spinning your wheels, you wasting your time, you know. And for a long time, I really would, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all right now. I was really embarrassed to even talk about it, to realize that I had wasted some years of my life. I ain't gonna even say how many, none of y'all business, in a situation that, you know, like my oldest brother said, a ninja can make his mouth say anything. So don't pay attention to what they're telling you, pay attention to what they're doing. You understand? And so I'm only sharing this because my testimony could possibly help somebody else. And if I'm gonna truly use this as a ministry, like I say, I'm gonna have to come out of my shell, and just like your triumph can help somebody, your trials can help somebody as well. And that's why I'm telling y'all this. But I was like, Lord, and I was talking to my friend and my sister about it, my sisters, and I was like, oh, you know, this guy, y'all, he called me. It's been probably about 3 years ago. I was at work. No. Maybe I was. Because usually when we talk, I was at work. But he called me. And, you know, he would say little flirtatious things, but he would just ask about my kids, my grandson and stuff, you know, complain to him about stuff. And he told me, he said, you know what? He said, if you would have given me a chance, we'd have been married right now. We'd probably be married now. And I was like, whatever. He said, no. He said, you're not listening to me. He said, I'm serious. He said, what happened was, y'all, his wife had passed. And so I just felt like he needed more grieving time. And he told me, he said, hey, you let me worry about that. But I didn't want to just jump out of one relationship into another like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure there was closure. But the thing, what happened was, when I thought, after, I was like, well, did I make a mistake? Because y'all ain't gonna believe this. The week, the relationship I was in ended on a Tuesday. You would not believe this. You cannot believe this. I cannot make this up. I'm gonna call him my friend, because that's what he was. We weren't intimate or nothing. We were just strictly friends. But he liked me. He liked me and what I stood for, about treating people kind, and, you know, about working to try to have something and not getting over. But he and I talked about we had so much in common. He was a very intelligent guy, Air Force veteran, and just a nice guy. Fine too. But anyway, y'all, me trying to be the better person, but I'ma still say everything God do is good and everything he do is for a reason. But this guy, the one relationship ended on Tuesday. This guy, he didn't tell me, but after some months, I was like, I wonder what he up to, because I really hadn't heard from him. Y'all, my relationship ended on a Tuesday, and the guy that pursued me for probably 3 years, maybe not that long, maybe I say 2, got married that Saturday. I was like, now, Lord, you know. But, I mean, like I say, if you really trust God, you got to trust him in all aspects of your life. It just wasn't meant to be. But, and when you look, but what I want to say is, and remember I talked about this in a video, the man's supposed to pursue the woman. He did pursue me though, but I was already in a relationship. But I was in a relationship that probably should have ended way before it did. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I be trying to talk to single young ladies, because I tolerated and I put up with way more than I should have. But, you know, I guess for me, And I just want to be really honest. I want to be really, really honest because I talk about it with people that's close to me. And I begin, like I said, from a use as a ministry, I need to use it to really help somebody, like I say. For a long time, I just didn't feel like I was a good catch. Because I had kids young, and you know, I had my children, 2 of them, before I finished school. And you know, I had my son. I graduated with my degree. I got my degree at 34 that May, and I had my son in June. So I just really felt like, to be honest, but what I'm saying, and the reason why I'm talking about this, and the reason I'm being vulnerable, is because it's strictly to help somebody. I ain't trying to get no sympathy. I ain't trying to get no accolades or nothing. Because I'm, you know, at my age, I know what the Lord has for me is for me. But I just feel like when the Lord puts you through something and you learn something through the good and the bad, you need to tell somebody, especially these young girls. You're in a relationship with a guy. He claims he loves you. But he won't commit. Don't waste your time. Do not waste your time. First of all, it's ungodly. I got to the point in my relationship, and I can talk about it. Y'all don't know him. But I got to a point in my relationship, I just felt convicted. After I would be intimate and I would feel so guilty. Because your body is a temple. And when you get down sick, and I know a situation, the lady got down definitely gravely ill. You know what the man did that she was with that had married her? He left her. I'm just saying, y'all, what I'm trying to get young women to understand is, love yourself enough to walk away when you're being disrespected. And disrespect takes all forms. He don't take you out. You never go around his friends, his family. And I'm not saying this is the things that's happened to me, but I'm just saying I'm going to list all the things. Some of them may include things I experienced, and some may. Like I said, that ain't everybody's business. But what I'm saying is, if I can help you telling the least bit of my story, then I think I'm doing the right thing. And I just want to tell you because, you know, and I remember we had gone to a event, and this lady, she said, and he told the lady, we're engaged. And she said, engaged? What does that mean? Well, of course you know what engaged means, but how you be engaged for more than a year? To me, if a person gets engaged, you ought to be setting a date, right? I don't want to talk too much, but I do want to help somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Engagement ought to come with a date. Engagement ought to have an end date, because the end gonna be you gonna get married. Oh my God. They took that woman's sign and made her, oh, that's horrible. But I'm just saying, y'all, and like I said, I'm sharing my business, my personal business. Y'all don't know me like that. I don't really talk about things like that, but I want to help somebody, because so many, I'm not saying men don't have it hard, but women, we're the ones stuck to raise the kids. A man decides he don't want the relationship, he can just walk away and take his belongings and himself and go. Not all men will do that, because some men are going to keep the kids, but in a lot of instances, they're not. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that, honestly, I'm just going to be honest, a lot of single dads don't get the recognition that they deserve. Yeah, you're supposed to, and a lot of people will say, well, he don't need no accolades, he's just doing what a man's supposed to do. But a man doing the right thing is almost an anomaly. Not in every situation. See, here's the thing. You can't put everybody in a category, because not all single mothers are good. Not all single mothers are bad. Not all single fathers are good, not all are bad. You know, there are some single fathers that everything that happened in a child's life, they're there. And they're not there by coercion, or you're having to make everything know. Those dads get on the phone themselves. Hey, what school he in? What's his teacher name? And they put in the effort to call and make sure things are going the way they should. Not you giving them all the information and they going from there with the no. And I don't know, you know, maybe sometimes I was more of a, how you doing? I was, this dude flirted early this morning. Maybe I was more of a, take charge person than I should have been, because I didn't force my kid's dad to be a dad. I'm like, you know, if the Lord put it in me to be a mom, then you ought to have that same, intuition to be a good dad. So maybe I didn't do it right. I don't know who's right, who's wrong. You don't know, because I know two situations the same. I may be rambling, but I'm just trying to help somebody. You're a single woman and you have kids, and the dads are not maybe I should have reached out. I don't know. All I know is what I did. I feel like I did a good job with my kids because they're all grown. My son has autism, so he lives with me. My daughters have good jobs. They have careers. Self-sufficient. I never had to co-sign for a vehicle. My younger daughter asked me. I said, no, I didn't. But guess what? She came home with a vehicle. That's how you teach your kids how to do for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Not just giving them everything, because the world don't revolve around them. So they have to learn to be self-sufficient. Yeah, but I just want to tell y'all about that situation with me and the man that wanted to marry me married somebody else. Lord have mercy. I was like, oh Lord. And you know what though? I think about the situation. You remember that they had that yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not looking directly at y'all, but I was driving, so I was looking at the road, but I parked now. But y'all remember I had gotten an email one time in this man that fell in a lake, the sea or something, the ocean or something. And 3 different times somebody came to help him. And he said, no, thank you. So he died, he went to heaven, and he said, Lord, he said, I was in that water, you didn't help me. He said, I sent 3 people. And you didn't accept the help. And I'm thinking about this. Maybe God was waiting on me. Maybe God did all he could do to remove me from the situation. I wouldn't move, so he took my blessing and gave it to somebody. I don't know. Is that right? I don't know. I wonder about that, Joey. I really, really do. I wonder about that. And in the spiritual realm, if it's something that you're supposed to have, and if you keep denying it, or what word I'm trying to use, if you keep denying it or keep being unaccepting of it, will it go away? I don't know.